real life extinct in the building, real life demon in the building. The
Called
ski
Damon, bro.
dog. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling, man? Welcome to the interview, dog.
What's up? Yo, just chilling, screaming all the way from the void and shit, melodically and all
Holy,
that.
holy,
Yeah,
fantastic.
just had my EP release party yesterday, so that went well too.
Let's go. Yeah, yeah. So your EP is out. Is it on out everywhere or is it
Yeah.
just?
All
Oh yeah,
streaming platforms, all
yeah.
powered by
I was
Volume.Buzz,
about
which
to
is,
say,
yeah,
let's go.
the music infrastructure system that my awesome team built. Shout out Dan and Gabe. And any artist can literally go on Volume.Buzz, start releasing music, collecting 100% of their streaming royalties from syncing, licensing, distribution, publishing, the whole nine. It's a whole music infrastructure for artists. But enough of the show.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now we gonna get into it, bro. Because not only you're an artist, you seem to be some kind of business mogul that's cooking up as well. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta figure out what's going on here. You feel me? Let's start from the beginning, as we should. Where did this whole music bug bite you? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people listen to music, but not everybody's like, let me go make this stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, making music was never my plan either. I started off as a video animation producer, then went into creative directing for artists, independent and label alike. And some of these artists, they would have like budget labels, and it would come to me, and then it would be like, all right, cool, I could get like crazy with ideas and shit and get creative. But then they'll be like, oh, they'll spend it on drugs, on clothes, on clothes, on cars, on dumb, shit that doesn't have to do with building up the product or building the visuals or that world for that product. And at some point, I got tired of it, and it's like, okay, I wonder what I would sound like if I was to try this shit. So, one night my cousin, shout out Diego, he was also at Complex 2010 Studios with me. He's a recording engineer, beat producer, just all around music guy. Um, but yeah, we were just really late one night in the studio. He was just like, "Yo, X, like, let's see what you sound like on the mic. Like, I know you're not a rapper." He put like some reggaeton track on, and it just wasn't going. Nothing was flowing. Then I put on a beat by Blended Beats called Visions, and I just did like some spoken word shit. Didn't really think too much about it. That track is called "The Beginning of the End," and it's not. I don't really count it as a song, but went into like a whole year without making music. Life wasn't going too great. Got into the military. Then that didn't work out. Then got really depressed. So
Mm.
then I was just, sketching, drawing, shooting videos. Nothing was fucking working for me or getting me out of that funk. So it was just like, all right, I haven't tried music. So then I started writing The Serpent, which was just the feeling about darkness and depression and how that just constricts you and makes you so immobile. And just, in somewhere in between the studio session, I just ditched the lyrics, just started freestyling, just trying to let it out. So music to me, from that point, was more therapy and just trying to get shit out of me instead of, looking to be the next whatever the fuck hit wonder or, whatever. It was more like I got some shit in me and I need to let it out.
Mm.
That's how I got started with music.
Damn, bro, great story. Let's get on the depression thing. I mean, like, of course, it's something that a lot of people deal with, etc., etc. And do you think by you releasing this music, you helping to heal people, or is that not really the goal? Like, or was the goal like really just, yo, let me just get it out of myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to get it out. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, at first, the goal literally was a self, indulging one, I guess, which is just, hey, I need to get this shit out of me, need to express it, and it becomes secondary where it's like, okay, does this relate to somebody? Is this something I should share or try to sell or whatever the fuck, or turn into a product? Um, like that. I don't know those. I don't think about that type of stuff when I'm creating. I like to think more of like, what am I feeling? What am I expressing? What do I want to let go of? What do I want to talk about? Because that's what kind of like music is to me. It's a conversation, right? Or it's like a piece to a conversation, in a way.
I
Um,
feel that.
yeah.
And who are like your influences? Like who's some people that kind of inspired you, like your sonically or just even like aesthetically, et cetera, like anything like that?
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I'm influenced by all types of genres of music. So I have like maybe like a top 10 list in every genre, but like I do have like an overall love for hip hop though. So like yeah, I guess my top 10 would probably be like Mac Miller, Big Pun, XXXTentacion, DJ Shadow. Damn, there's so many peeps. Damn, Lil Peep for sure would be a good one. Um, I don't know, like Juice World, like all these like sad boy vibe kind of like, which is kind of weird. Is like I started making music around the same time when all these like bigger like same genre esque were like coming out too. So that was kind of fun. But like I don't know, just discovering music overall. Like I even like things from like Japan or Germany or France too. I've even collaborated with producer from France. Shout out Tenka. We created the track called Ogando, and he focuses more on world music instead of like hip hop beats and stuff like that.
Right.
So like yeah, man, like I don't know, like I just collaborate with different creatives. Like he didn't have anything to do with the hip hop world, and we just like pulled him in, and it's just, hey, make a beat. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Sorry to get off rails.
Nah, you good, bro. So about the that whole era and stuff, like when everybody was on the sad boy wave and stuff, like when you were hearing this music, was it like, how do I say this? Was it like were you like, yo, I want to make this? Like was did it like, you know what I'm saying? Inspire you to like be like, yo, like I don't get that connection, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, cause that shit was sad, bro. Fucking Juice World, bro. Pete, Lil Peep. I remember that shit, bro. I was like, I could listen to it for a little bit, but I was like, oh damn, bro. Like fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like, I don't. I'm trying to see the correlation here. Like, was there a moment like where you were just like, fuck, like this is what I need to make? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
the
Of all the
moment,
types of music, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
the moment was more like, oh, I'm not alone out here.
Nah, that's fire.
Like,
That's fire.
oh, there's other people that are able to take their expression and word bomb it. Because to me it was word bomb it, right? It's like nobody wants to listen to this sad ass shit,
Nah,
right?
people do, bro.
But
People
then it's like, then those guys are out there, Juice, Lil Peep, XXXTentacion, like, and they're like doing the fucking thing, and it's like, huh, maybe I could do the thing too. So
Nice.
but it was more so on the correlation of, damn, there's people out here that feel me, that I feel, that can relate, So that
That's
was
real.
pretty cool.
That's real. So I don't know how deep you want to go on this, but what do you think was causing your quote unquote depression, and what do you think was causing the societal quote unquote depression? That these artists and including yourself are able to like tap into. You know what I'm saying?
Life experience, lifing,
Nah,
you
facts.
know. Um, sometimes we make plans and God laughs at us.
Damn. This guy coming through with the philosophical bombs, bro. What the hell, y'all? But yo, so you don't want to go that deep. You don't want to say, was there any particular situations, like any song that you can bring up as an example that's like this happened and this created this song. You know what I'm saying?
Like all the songs,
Damn.
like all the songs I make are literally about something personal. Even the ones that seem very vague and abstract, like there is a message behind everything. Um, and I think that's also like a huge difference. Like I don't want to get off topic, but like between AI music and like people who write music,
Mm,
because like when you look at the lyrics from AI, it's like very, like, yeah, they get wordy and shit, but it's a very a conundrum of a system of like just random ass spaghetti shit. And some of it does sound good, right? But it's like it doesn't carry any meaning unless there's a person with meaning creating behind it, right? So I don't know, but every song does have like something particular, very personal. If we want to get super deep, like super duper deep, like Moonlight Melody was a very dark time in my life, like 2023. Nothing was going right. And yeah, like for those of you that don't know, right, like I had got into a mixtape deal, a 360 deal, right? And pretty much what that meant was I owned 50%. If I failed to produce my end of the contract, right, or fulfill those things, then they would own that 50% as well, on top of
Dang.
intellectual property, on top of anything that I create in the future. So, so when I was going through that, I was going
Why,
through
wait, why'd you sign that, bro? Why'd you sign that?
the because I didn't expect it to go south, right?
Mm,
Like at first things were going right and things were working out at first, and then they just stopped paying the engineers, the producers, had to come out of pocket for everything. Like they were putting obstacles in the way, so I wouldn't finish the project, right? And
mm,
if I didn't finish the project, then that means they would own the 50% on top of my intellectual property, my name, my brand, everything.
fuck.
So I taught myself how to mix music. I started just going in, just doing it myself, coming out of pocket, paying the engineers, the producers for stuff that I couldn't do myself, and literally got it done. Got together with Nifty Kid, and we did a whole interview, a whole drop, and everything. So shout out to the Nifty Kid team, even though they sunset it, but yeah, like I'm still very thankful for them. Um, and yeah, man, I just got out of that, you know. So yeah, all the music NFTs that are out on chain were literally created during the time that I was like going through a divorce, going through this bad 360 deal, just going through a whole bunch of different shit that way too fucking personal.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like every single song, especially the music NFTs, those are all like fragments of like my soul, my heart, my feelings. Like, yeah, man. So any track you have a question about, like I can answer it, but some stuff I'm just not gonna get
Yeah, yeah.
into because I want to keep some stuff for myself, and I don't need everybody in my business if that's okay.
Nah, totally understood, bro. There was one you played the other day in the quick battle sesh. I'm trying to remember. I said it was my favorite XTinct song. I forgot what it was called though. I wish I would have wrote it down or
I see
something.
your favorite and you forgot the name. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Facts, bro. Like, I wish I would have wrote it down because that stuff was gas, bro. And you've had a
There you
few.
go.
You said what?
How did it go?
I'm trying to remember, bro. I'm trying to remember. See, I might just go to your catalog right here. That shit was gas, bro. That shit was gas. But in the meantime, while I look for that, what was like? What do you think was the catalyst for pun intended that started that started the whole like was there like a phase where you weren't in this kind of like depressive state and then something happened that turned the tables, you know what I'm saying? Like was there like a moment, was there a thing that happened that started the domino effect or something like that, or was it the deal, was it, you know what I'm saying, like what's up?
Like just like going all in on music? Like,
Now, like you said there was a phase where nothing was going right. Like
oh,
what do
yeah.
you think was like the spark to that? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you think caused that?
Well, no pun intended, but I wasn't trying to go extinct, right? Like,
Thanks.
like I didn't start making music and got my shit together as a music business just to let somebody take my shit either.
Thanks.
You know, like, to me, the name Extinct has become more than just some pun that people make fun of on the regular, but it's more of a, and it's misspelled for a reason too, right? Like over the years, it's been getting different meanings. right? Like since this bad 360 deal and everything that's been going on in life too, it's like, hey, like you have to fight sometimes, man. Like you have to fight for shit. You know, like it, it's one thing to survive, it's another thing to thrive, right? But they both require you to fight. Like it's not just gonna land in your hand. It's not just gonna happen overnight. No one's gonna fucking do it for you. No one's gonna care for you. You have to care for it. You have to fucking want it. You have to have that fucking hunger. Because nobody else is going to fucking give you that hunger. You feel me? Like I'm cross border raised. So it's like, I come from the barrios of Mexico and the south side of Chicago. Right. So
Hmm.
it's like I've seen, I don't know, man, like just where I'm from, it's like I'm not about to just fucking lay down and let nobody take my shit.
Right.
Like I don't know, man. As far as the spark goes, is yeah, it's something that never goes away. Like that hunger in me never goes away, hasn't gone away. Like I know I got something, and it's like I just got to keep fucking going and going until it happens. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen on its own, but it will happen eventually. Whenever it does happen, whatever that is, right?
Nah, thanks.
It's like we imagine success or like all these things as artists, but it's like, what does that even fucking matter? What does that even mean after it happens? What is success after the success, right? So it's like, I don't know. To me, it's more about like, am I happy with my expression? Am I happy with the way that the record is, the way it sounds? You know, am I meeting my own standards? If that makes sense.
Nah, I feel that, yo. Shout out Tricky Buddha in the chat. G says stay positive. My God. But yo, on that subject of like, success, etc., etc. Now that you've, been making music, you've been, with music NFTs, you've clearly had a deal, clearly there's some kind of something you're going towards. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when you said you started, you were just making music to get it out of your spirit, but clearly you saw something, you have some kind of vision, you have somewhere you're going. You know what I'm saying? And what does that look like for you? What's the goal, and how are you going about getting there?
I'm just taking it day by day, step at a time. But I'm also building it out like based on what I've been through, right? Like this whole 360 deal, right? For example, the EP that came out of it is called Twilight Zone. Because it's like I've been screaming in the void alone, unable to publish my music, unable to like get it out there the normal way. But it's like music NFTs provided that escape, that release, that me being able to like just put it out there and be like, hey, I'm still here, even though I'm technically not supposed to be here. So it's like it's that play, it's that twilight zone in a sense. So like, yeah, man, I've just been building the world out as I go, as whatever it is that I'm going through. But majority of my things are like kind of like a glitch in the matrix, like like, hey, it kind of like going back to my name, right? It's intentionally misspelled for a reason. It's really just based on your own perception. What does it mean to be extinct to you? What is that meaning, right? Because it's like that one saying, where extinct to stem for me was memento mori, right? Or yeah, man, just those different like philosophical things. But again, it's an evolution too, because it's like from where it started was, hey, to extinct the past and live in the present, memento mori, to now it's like, hey, can't let these motherfuckers overstep on you, take your shit, take your name. You can't go extinct. The fuck you mean?
Mm.
Like, so now it's like, yeah, it's an evolution for sure. But the world that I'm building, it's always inside of this void, this twilight zone of a sense. And I'm just figuring out how to merge like this cryptic culture with my own sound and just taking it from there, man.
Nah, that's fire, bro. That's fire. So clearly, if you ask me, like this is just from my perspective, you would make some fire merch, not even including the what you wearing right now. I don't know if that's your merch, but like just the brand that you're curating, I think there's a lot of extinct. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever thought about anything like that?
Yeah, yeah, I have some merch. I have more stuff coming. I just, again, haven't been able to release stuff legally.
Oh, you're still in the deal.
No,
Okay, okay,
no,
okay.
that's over with. That ended August 8th of last year.
How'd you get out?
Oh, I just have to wait out the terms, finish my side of the contract, which I did. So, like, as long as I did that, everything's cool.
Good shit, good shit. And I found the song. It was OG, bro. That's my
Oh,
shit, bro. That's my shit, bro. What's the story behind that one?
that was during the 360 deal.
Damn.
But that song right there, that one, I was, this was back in 2019, 2020. I was meeting people like in Clubhouse, Club Connect, or Connect Club, whatever it's called, Twitter, Reddit, whatever, Discord, just meeting people in Web3 and NFTs and crypto and all of that. And, the whole thing is like, and I was smoking like a lot of fucking pot, like back then, like, maybe like 3, 4 backwoods like a day or something. I don't know. It was crazy. But I don't know. I haven't smoked like that since. But yeah, that song in particular, OG, is like literally just a play on words. It's like that high culture with also like the cryptic culture as well.
Right. So wait, you mean you said crypto or cryptic?
Yeah. But
Okay, bet. And this is my next question. Speaking of crypto, etc., etc., you've been pushing this thing called volume.buzz. What is it? What's the goal with it? What's the mission? I know, but of course, you can tell the people. And how does crypto where does crypto intertwine with it?
so volume.buzz, and shout out the team, shout out Gabe, shout out Dan, shout out Alec. Um, I met Dan and Gabe at Onion DAO 2025 out here in Chicago, and we got together and we all had like-minded ideas about music, music distribution, music infrastructure, and one thing led to another. And now I'm a founding artist of Volume.buzz, and what Volume.buzz is literally a music infrastructure. So this is like kind of like an answer, right, for independent artists everywhere that are like, looking not just to get their music out everywhere, but also like, how do you do the music business thing? How do you build your music infrastructure? Like, what if there was already a place that had all of that set up for you when you got there, right? So we built volume.buzz. If you guys want to check that out, that's volume.buzz. All the information, white paper, all that nerd shit is on there. Um, but Volume was also concepted during the Solana Seeker hackathon as well. So it was originally a Seeker mobile application. It also has integrations into Audius, coming more on that coming soon. Um, and pretty much it assists artists with collecting not only 100% of your royalties through distribution and all the different distributors, there's also black box royalties, which are something that a lot of people don't talk about. And those are royalties that are outside of the United States. So it's also like mechanical, syncing, licensing, distribution, publishing. So like it's the whole nine, right? This thing's getting hot. But yeah, it's just an answer for artists to have 100% control of their shit, you know? Because like here in crypto, it's like, we can literally deploy smart contracts where artists are 100% in control of their own royalties, their own art, their own music, all of that. So it's like, why doesn't that exist outside of crypto, right?
Right.
So this is more an infrastructure that, not only gives a solution for independent artists, but is also going to bridge, the world from Web3 and Web2, whatever you want to call it, or crypto and Web3, if you want to be like whatever. But, you know, it's really just going to focus on music and running a music business. Music NFTs and crypto are just another layer, another incentive to add to the many other layers that we already are used to dealing with on a regular. I think it's just more so like, okay, how do we maximize the potential of music NFTs and crypto for it to work with normal publishing and normal music, right? Um, and the
That's
answer to
fire.
that, yeah, like we have a marketplace on the way that's, I don't want to share too much, but there's a marketplace on the way that is crypto native. It's going to have both worlds intertwined. I'm going to be having a song on there. People are going to be able to make money with me on my streams, hint, hint. And yeah, there's also going to be like AI tools for artists so they can keep up with their analytics across all platforms. They can literally view their audiences, regions, all of that stuff. Like there's also a Discord bot for listening parties to raid like the streams and all that, pre-saves. There's hella tools, bro. There's hella fucking tools that are crypto native that or stem from crypto technology that are being implemented into this. So, like, yeah, man, when I first started like in crypto, there was always this talk about like how do we get mass adoption and this and that. And it's like maybe the question isn't mass adoption. Maybe the question is how do we create something that's actually useful, that's actually solving problems, that
Facts.
it doesn't really matter if you're from this world or that world. It doesn't matter if you can use a smart wallet or not. It should literally just be, hey, is this solving a problem? Is this getting you further? Is this, leveling you the fuck up? Like, and the answer to all three is like, yeah, it is. It does. It empowers artists at 100%. Like, you go to a label, you go to another distribution platform, they'll tell you it's 100%, but when you break it down, it's not really 100%.
Dang.
And
So
then on,
what are they taking off? Like DistroKid and all these others.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have the answers to all of that, but I know is that you don't get all your royalties. I know that for a fact. Um, but yeah, man, like there's a lot of things, and I don't know if they're done like this on purpose, right? Like the ISRC code, ISNI codes, like all these systems, all these things in place that we have to like register for. And if you're not aware of it, a label or a manager could like literally take advantage of you
Facts.
and just like take your shit. So that's also the purpose for our music infrastructure. It's like all of these things are like laid out with the questions and all of that for artists to fill out. And if they don't know what that is, there's a little question mark there and they could just like click on it and we're like, oh, that's what that is? Let me go sign up for that. Oh, this shit is free? Let me go. It's like a lot of these things are open source and free. That's the other thing that people don't fucking talk about. Like the things like sound exchange, right? It's like music licensing, music syncing. It's like people are so used to just one fucking way of streaming. It's like, bro, there's like 13 fucking layers of streaming. Go discover them. Go figure out how to run your music business. So yeah, eventually, from going to expressing myself and getting these things out of me and seeing how others around me in the world are creating a business from those feelings and that art, I drew that inspiration and just literally just put myself together in this amalgamation of an artist, if that makes sense. So it's like, this volume.buzz is an answer for all artists. I hope you guys, go check it out at the very least. Just go look at it. Just go read it. Don't sign up. Just go look at it, and just see if it's for you. But since launching this, I've also learned that there's artists that are signed to labels that they have to use certain distribution services.
Mm,
They have to use certain publications, you know, so because it's in their contract. But for the rest of us who are outside having fun, running around, like that SpongeBob meme with Squidward staring out the window, because that's signed artists to me are Squidward and us indie are the ones that say,
yeah.
because they have to listen to the house rules. They have to listen to their master. Us on the other hand, we're free to do whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. You know,
Facts.
and that's how artists should be. That's how art should be. It should be free to be expressed.
All right, all right. Yo, so in the current diaspora of music, the music industry as a whole, where do you see things going from here? What do you think will be successful in the quote unquote future of music? Blah blah blah. As you probably know, there's a lot of like music is in a very gray place right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the music industry and you know how things will go moving forward. Where
Yeah.
do you think they're going in your opinion?
Well, if we look at like the space, right? And I don't know about you, right? But like there's when I look at the blockchain music initiative mind map, for example, there are more technological advances in crypto and tech overall around art and music, like technology, more so around than, well, DeFi would probably be like underneath there. But the future of music, like, yeah, it might be in a gray area for now, but I feel like we're starting to see the transformation of it, right? It's kind of like when we saw like, vinyls go to tape, tape to CD, CD to MP3, MP3 to digital, digital to NFTs, right? So now it's like, okay, how do we, because with NFTs, the way that Musical Labs, which is the brand behind Volume, um, they use metadata, right? So the metadata that's on the music NFT, like it points to that. So, it's kind of like I feel like the future of music is going to be utilizing blockchain to verify like the data, like what song BPM is that in, who's that artist, who's the producer, what node is that in, etc. Like I feel like that might be a future for blockchain technology, right? Because I could see cryptographic technology being used for, verifying things. But yeah, man, the future of music too, like I think it's indie. I think it's independent for sure. Artists are going to be creating their own applications, their own websites, or websites that are applications and it plays their music. But I feel like it's going to be also like ecosystems of artists coming together that are like
Mm,
together, building worlds together. Because not just one person can build out the whole thing. Like even when we look at commercial level artists, like they have teams of people behind them,
mhm.
helping them build worlds, helping them shoot these videos and experiences and all that shit, right? So it's not something that can be done alone, and it's probably nothing that should be done alone either, because it's way more fun to create with people. So
Facts.
yeah, man. So I think the future is decentralized. It's it's community and it's like-minded creatives just going all in.
I feel that, bro. Now let's get into the juicy things, bro. What you thinking about this battle that's coming in tomorrow, bro? What you think about your opponent? How you think it's gonna go? What's up, man?
Well, I ain't worried, bro.
Okay.
Like shout out Catalyst though. Like I fuck with his sound. He's got some good raps. He's got some bars. Like you feel me? So it's like I've been thinking like I got a few songs that are like rap based that I could probably like throw in the mix, but like my music's more sad. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so it's like I don't know. Like I don't know how it's gonna go. If I win, cool. If I lose, cool. Like I don't think it matters because it's like we're two different artists with two different distinctive sounds, voice, expressions, message, demeanor, tone. Like we're very different. But we also have like similarities too. It's like because I see him as a worthy opponent because like he's like pushing himself. Like I see him like pushing himself, like just putting his stuff out there on Audius or putting it on WaveWarZ or putting it against other music or telling his story of like, hey, this is how I recorded this or that, and it's like, like that's pretty cool to like hear other artists like, just like, hey, I'm out here doing the same fucking thing, grinding,
Facts.
hustling, figuring it out. It's like, that's fucking dope, So I'm excited for Sunday. I'm excited to hear what Catalyst has to bring to the fucking table because I know he's got some heat, but is it hot enough to like cook my shit though? Like, like I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. You know, is my shit gonna be sad enough to make him cry in the shower? I don't know.
Damn.
You know, he might throw on My Chemical Romance, and he might grow bangs out, and you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. And I actually
Yeah.
kind of like the mix of styles in this one. Oh, shout out Goose Park in the building. He said, "My guy Stink Hurricane, what up? What's good, Goose? See you in the building, man." But yeah, dog. Like I like the mix of this battle. I know y'all have like different styles and stuff like that, and it really is kind of an experiment because like usually in Wave Wars you do people that are very similar, etc., etc. But this is our first time like kind of mixing at this drastically of a difference. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call it sad boys versus gang boys. Like what resonates, you know what I'm saying? Deeper into the soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that's kind of what we got cooking here, bro. So and you know, sad music is kind of a cheat code, bro. Like, cause it's like you said what?
I don't know about that one.
Nah, bro, because like if folks are feeling sad, bro, that shit, you know, you can't beat that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
and it's
I
like,
guess. But it's like with the state of the world, do we really need to be more sad? I don't know.
nah,
I feel like we need some gang shit to like turn the fuck
gay.
up. You know,
I feel you.
but you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I ain't gonna knock you.
Yeah,
With
bro.
myself.
Because like we got to think about it. Like a lot of the reason Juice World and all those folks was coming up was because like a lot of people was feeling that, and just like
Yeah.
what you said, is like boom, there's a voice. You feel me? There's now a voice to like, and like that shit can help people get through those moments too. Like contrary to popular belief, like vibing it out is a real thing. You know what I mean? Like really diving deep into the depths of one's feelings rather than seeking to avoid them actually I think clears them faster than
Yeah.
what's it called? Trying to avoid them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's why I melodically scream in the void all the time, man. It literally does release that angst, that that word vomit. That yeah.
So I recall something you said in the space, and this will be my last question. It looked like we were a little over time, but I recall something you said in the space. You was like, "Yo, I can't wait to hear my new music." What is it? What does that mean? What type of vibes are you talking about, bro? Like, what's coming through, bro? Like, give us a little hint, bro.
Oh, I just been liking what I've been making recently.
Okay.
Like it's been an evolution, and it's like when I like listen back to like the Serpent or Calling or like any of my old shit from like 2017, 2018 to like now, it's like yeah, that shit's scrap metal. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Like compared to my new shit where it's like okay, I'm like taking vocal lessons, I'm like learning how to write shit, I'm like you know experimenting with song structure, I'm just it's not just about letting it out, but also it's like, how do I let it out in a more unique way? Because
Mm,
like I feel like a lot of my old music, like as different as they are, they also share like similar structures in certain ways, but not all of them though. Like there are some that are like different, but I don't know, man. Like I'm just like really big into experimenting, So it's like whenever an experiment is successful and it's like, yo, I really fuck with how that sounds or like how that texture is like making me feel or scratching my brain. It's like, yeah, like I need to do more of that. So yeah, man, it's just discovering and having fun. So if that answers your question.
nah, it does. It does. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped to hear the new sounds. I'm hyped to see, what Catalyst is bringing to. Goose Park said the same thing. He said, I got to be there for this battle. Tomorrow, Sunday, March 8th, 7 p.m. EST is going down, bro. Extinct versus Catalyst. We gonna catch y'all there. You know what I'm saying? My G got the red solo cup, bro. G said, "On my boy."
I'm
Sheesh.
celebrating my victory to Sunday.
Damn. Clip that, clip that. He said it, man. But yeah, bro. Shit gonna be lit, bro. Thank you for coming through on the interview vibes on such short notice. But yeah, bro, we'll see you tomorrow. You got any last things to say before we close it up?
Save the Earth, not these hoes. Check out my
Damn.
EP, Twilight Zone, on all streaming platforms. Your boy is back, and he's dropping music throughout the entire year nonstop
Let's go, man. Let's go. Follow my G Extinct on X, extinct_IO, correct?
on all socials.
There you go, bruh. Yo, see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow.